Welcome back. Researchers at Dublin City University are leading a groundbreaking project to use water fleas to gather information about the level of pollutants in rivers and lakes. The aim is to develop an advanced detection system to indicate the presence of toxins and poisons in the water long before they reach irreversible levels.
Two PhD students from Dublin City University. At first sight, what they're doing might seem a bit like fun, but in reality it's very important work. The water that they're collecting is key to a €425,000 project aimed at developing a very early warning system to manage and detect water pollution.
It's a really simple grab sample from the water here, which we can then take back to the lab and do our further tests on it, so we can filter it and either concentrate the pollutants in them for the Daphnia, or I can look directly at the DNA that we might find in them.
And back at the lab here at DCU, if you look very closely, you'll see hundreds of tiny little workers. Yes, these little fellas. Well, actually, they're all female. It's the water flea, which reproduces itself by cloning to make multiple identical copies of itself again and again and again. These fleas are highly sensitive to toxins and pollutants, so they're added to the water, allowed hop around to their heart's content, then taken out and squashed and examined under a microscope for the metabolic fingerprints and bioindicators of pollution.
We process all this big data that we generate to find biological information behind it. So how do the proteins change? How do the metabolites change? So get the flea to tell us what happened to the flea while it was exposed to its chemical or to the polluted environment.
When I was a child, we had well more than 500 pristine river sites in this country. Now we have less than 21. The ecological damage caused by chemicals and toxins and poisons in our waterways can take years to put right. But now this DCU research shows that it's quite possible to use one of the humblest little actors in nature, the tiny water flea, to protect that very nature itself. George Lee, RTE News on the Tolka River in Dublin.